Wow.
Lovely.
They turned that into an actual song. That's nice. We did that the other day. Little ditty.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of Air, isn't it? The band Air.
Yeah,
if
well,
you
sure.
see the sun. Well, yeah.
Kind of,
salty.
Yeah, it was that, yeah. Thank you, Jacob D, for compiling that for us as our wonderful fingal to intro us into the Hat Chat podcast.
Yes.
Episode 142. Ross's favourite number.
Shit, you got my number right. Yes. That's
That was it.
142. That's the one.
He always
If you
goes on
guessed
about it.
Congrats to you, because that's my number.
Now he'll get your number tattooed on his forehead. Get in touch.
Hope it's not long. Hope it's just one digit.
It's a 16-digiter. It's a credit card number.
That's his favourite credit card.
Wow.
Turn it around. He's got the number on the
It's
back
so
of his
long, it
head.
just looks like one big long line around my head.
Yeah.
Was that mouse trumpet actually us?
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah.
Huh.
We did that the other
We're
day.
so
like,
talented.
whilst, I don't know what we were playing. Something that, probably Minecraft or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, there's more of it at the end, so enjoy that.
Good.
We're so good at mouse trumpet nowadays, it's hard to tell if it's like a real trumpet or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, welcome to the Hat Chat podcast. We're here to give you the greatest in thought technology in the form of just dissecting really interesting hypothetical situations and coming up with novel solutions to the problems. Just going to check the poll, of course, that was hosted both by our patrons, hosted to our patrons, should I say, for voting, and also all our Discord people. So if you're a Twitch subscriber, you're a YouTube member, or a patron, everyone all gets together on discord.gg/hatfilms. There's a separate subscriber channel just for you guys, and I put the poll there as well. And I'm just checking the winners, and it is number 1 first, then number 3 second. So what is it, Ross?
Number 1. Are you ready?
No. Yes.
You have 10 minutes to hide a key worth $1 billion in your house before a team of 10 detectives come looking for it. They have 24 hours and can dismantle, but not break/shatter anything. You must be able to retrieve the key within 10 minutes after time is up. What's your plan? I mean, I
bake the key into cake. They can't break or shatter the cake.
How long have you got? 10 minutes.
10 minutes to bake a cake.
Yeah.
You're going to do a Victoria
I've
Sponge?
got an air fryer. You can air fry cakes in like 15 minutes.
So that's like 10 though.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to stop it midway through, are they? They could try.
The key is in there.
So you could keep it going.
But they can open it and go, well, let me just check. Okay, it's in there.
Okay, that's a cake. That's 10 minutes of caking, which would be enough to form an outer crust.
Okay, so you've got...
They can't break it. Either that or I dangle the... I get the key.
Is a bread quicker?
I hide the key deep down a plug using fishing wire, which I've got in my office, and I've got a Leatherman knife in my office.
Where would the fishing wire go? Just the top of the...
You tie the top of it around the... and a really clear bit of wire around the plug grid, and then you take the plug grid out, dangle the key down into the pipe, and drop the plug grid back in.
Where did you get that idea? It seems like you just know.
Feels like he's done that.
It's just a
like
good
you're
way
hiding stuff in your house.
Yeah.
They'll find that.
Well, they might. What's your solutions?
I really like the cake one.
I was going to... the cake things.
That was great.
That was a really good one, but like also...
Because like you can leave it going. It's like, oh,
but you have 10 minutes to prepare and make a cake. You've got that.
It doesn't
how much
cake,
time?
Though, does it?
No, but like you need to like make it
Swap
cake
in a
worthy. So what, you
deep
just flour, egg, mix in this. That's 2 minutes of that.
I'm going to make it real dense as well.
It's just going to be a thick, something to hide in. If they can't break or shatter anything, surely you could hide it in any kind of food. If they can't break it.
Yeah.
Right?
You just got to make it look like...
So you could just get a loaf of bread and kind of just ram it into the bottom.
Yeah, but they'd see the tampering.
Yeah, they could see the hole.
And what? They
can take it out of the hole because they're not breaking it. Because if they got
what if I seal the hole with some sort of polyfiller?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like...
Also, they could...
Is polyfiller on your bread?
They just have
you
to...
don't like that?
I happen to like polyfiller.
Yeah.
They're 10 detectives, right? They know what they're fucking doing.
10.
They see a tampered loaf of bread. They're putting that in an evidence bag and taking it away.
Yeah.
They don't have to tamper with it. They're just like, we can scan that and know that the key's in there.
We'll just fill it with cheese and say what's part of the... It's just a cheese
block
bread,
of cheese.
cheesy bread.
Okay. Any other things that aren't food related?
Up my arse.
How big is the key?
A tamper break
what type
into...
of key are we talking about? Is it a key card?
I imagine it's like one of those traditional like keys.
It's a classic
like a
key.
Classic heavy iron key. Not massive, probably about the size of a small Milky Bar.
It's only worth that because it's like an antique from it's the key of Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah.
His carriage before he got shot.
Yeah, and in there is all the plans for World War One.
Yeah.
That he came up with because he planned to be assassinated to trigger it.
by revolutionists.
He
Yeah,
also wrote most of the band's music, it turns out.
he did. He has the lyrics there ready to go.
Yeah.
By £1 billion, we mean the works of Franz Ferdinand imagined by a man
Amazing if they
from
made
the
it.
early 20th century.
Right.
Before electric guitars.
It's incredible, and that's why that key is worth $1 billion.
I
So,
mean, this,
up my ass.
all of this also depends on your house, right? And
Yeah.
what you could hide in it anyway. So you could have some people who have a lot of money might have a secret panic room.
Well,
Something like
yeah.
that.
Well, yeah, if you've already got that kind of thing.
Oh, don't just shrug your shoulders. They might have.
Yeah, but then that kind of changes this question. They're talking about. They're asking
everything.
us.
They just said your
They're
house.
asking us.
Do you have a panic room?
No.
I have got a panic room.
Ross
You
has
got
got
a panic room.
Yeah.
What?
It's a bin bag that hangs over the balcony. I hide into it, tie it out of my neck. And I hope they don't look over the edge. Where is he?
That's a strong
there he
fucking
is.
bin bag.
It's tearing. It's
It's
not holding my weight.
Panic rooms are not a situation that
It's
you
not a
put
room.
yourself into a
That's not a room.
panic,
Yeah.
because that will put me into a panic.
This bin bag was a terrible idea.
Oh,
You
you
want to
thought
go
panic
rubble
It's
stamp?
tearing. I'm out here, officers.
Help me! I'm panicking.
I'm holding the key.
Yeah.
What about a block of FIMO?
FIMO,
that in the
yeah.
oven.
FIMO, yeah.
I 3D print a cube, a solid block of cube, and
If they
put it
can't
in there.
break or shatter anything, surely you could build a small Lego box that's sealed by
There
the
you
Lego.
go.
It's like, cap it off.
I'd put it in my Discovery
And then it's just
Shuttle
inside there, and then
Lego.
it's like, oh, what you
Cover it in
break
peanut butter and
open?
feed it to your dog?
No, it's in a box, and it's like
No, just a key.
Oh,
The dog could shut out a key, right?
Yeah.
it's more likely to get stuck inside
Put it in a
and
condom.
cause another issue.
And
Okay,
then-
but you've got $1 billion.
Well, I don't want to damage my dog for $1 billion. I'm just like,
you can
You
get
won't,
state of the art
you're probably
surgery.
I just said
Right.
I can make a Lego box. They can't break it or shatter it,
Murphy has
Yeah.
swallowed a key.
or they can dismantle.
What
That
happens?
counts as dismantling. If Murphy swallows the key, well,
What would you do? Would you go get a scan?
I'd to get it out.
Yeah, how worried would you be? He swallowed a bit of metal. You know it's not
I wouldn't be that
sharp.
worried if
It's a raw
I had
iron key.
if again the $1 billion thing does cover the fact that it probably costs silly money to get these surgeries get
Thousands.
removed.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
obviously it's a cruel thing to do to a dog, but then you might be able to buy him lots of treats, or he'll die.
Also, you cover the key in peanut butter, so it was a treat at the time.
Yeah.
So he did enjoy it.
It's metal though. I think he wouldn't swallow.
Would you
that.
rather
I don't
put it in a
think
condom and push it up his butt?
I don't know what. I don't think I could. He would never.
Would you push it up your own butt?
If yeah.
You would, wouldn't you?
Why is a dog like
For $1 billion,
stooping?
yeah. I mean, how big? We don't know the key size, but yeah.
It
I
doesn't
think that's
matter.
something that
It's not so big that it would be painful.
I'd prefer to put it in like a capsule
Like
of
a
sorts, so
a
that at least
Kinder
it
Egg.
could be like.
Plastic capsule from the Kinder Egg?
Yeah, well, maybe that's still.
That's tiny. How big's your key?
All right. We do like a Titan sub where you get the toilet roll core and a cap from a Kinder Egg on each end.
Oh, nice.
And then you put the key
Nice.
inside the
Toilet
toilet roll
roll
core, and then you push
There's
that
a
whole
vibe.
thing up there and hope
God,
the pressure doesn't
that's
make
gonna
it
get
crush.
soggy.
Yeah.
That's the Ocean Gate.
I don't know, but like, yeah, I mean, where else would you hide it that they couldn't dismantle or?
Bury it in a garden.
And are they just going to start dismantling everything? Are they going to like open up the TV? And
How long have they got? Let's say they've got an
This?
hour. Let's say they've got an hour to search your home.
Wow.
Yeah, they'd be like.
It says they have 24 hours within the questions. So they've got plenty of time to kind of rattle things around. And I think that they probably would try and check the dog as well. They'd probably get a little metal detector. Beep, 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 his belly's going.
Oh, they would have all.
Cut him open. I don't know if they would. I don't know how ruthless this. If it
Cut
was some
this
sort
dog open.
if it was like John Wick or whatever gangs, they would cut him open.
They would.
I mean, for $1 billion, they don't give a shit, do they, about your dog?
They know how much this key is worth.
Policemen who are paid whatever wage they get.
Also,
shoot
we
shit out
don't.
of family
These
dogs, they don't give a
detectives are
fuck.
working for the government. They could just be mercenary detectives, like private hire detectives. So they could, they're going to get cut of that $1 billion. So they're going to be ruthless. They're going to be checking my ass, aren't they?
Oh yeah. They're gonna
right
get
up
a
there.
giraffe in. It's like a drugs dog, but they use giraffe instead for their long tongues.
We got a probing giraffe.
Get up there. What do you think a good name for a police giraffe would be?
Um,
Why is Gerald the giraffe kind of... Gerald.
that's
I'm going with
that's
Gerald.
just a name.
Get Gerald in.
Yeah.
Gerald's got those really long tongues they've got.
Sure.
That would be perfect. But the only thing is, you've got to go up in like one of those cherry pickers, so Gerald can actually get to you. They dangle you above him like a pinata. And you're there getting rotated.
Cherry picker would be a good name for a giraffe.
Yeah, the cherry picker.
The cherry picker.
Bring in cherry.
Bring in the picker.
So can they take if they can't dismantle it, and they can't break it, so they can dismantle it, but they can't break it. If it was sealed inside something, can they just take that thing? So like he has his cake,
If
they just take the cake and go, well, we think it's in there.
If they have plausible evidence to take something away for evidence, because they have good assumption that it's got to be in there, then I'm sure they could take it away, right? They can take away things for evidence.
Essentially, they could just pick up all your floorboards, empty every container that's got any food in it, whatever, and check that.
So it's got to be a container that,
like, what the fuck, like,
just misses their inspection.
Or you
they
get
would
like
never think.
a keychain with 1,000 keys on it that are identical to that key.
That's what I was thinking, having a room full of keys.
And you just and you dangle them all from the ceiling.
I got you.
But obviously, like
the Holy Grail's in here somewhere.
So all you need to do that is one of those things that they use at like Timpson's. When you like go and get your keys cut.
Yeah, can I get 200?
Just as long as you've got one of those in your house that you can use within 10 minutes. I gotta make 3,000 keys in like
it's 3,000 keys, buddy. What the fuck? Give you 10 minutes to do one of those, you bastard.
It would be a smart idea to red herring a key, though. Like, put it in a strong lockbox where you think it's safe, where detectives are gonna look and be like, "We got the key."
I think I'd swallow it.
Hide it in a turd.
Hide
in a turd that's floating in a current toilet.
Make it so disgusting the detectives wouldn't want to touch it.
That's so
but then somehow disable your flush so you can't flush. So they can't go, whoops, let's get this in. I was like, it's been busted for a couple of days. I'm trying to get someone to sort it out.
But I've been shitting.
But you've got like a
trooper.
big healthy turd in there that's been tucked in there. Bit of tissue on top covering it. Bam.
Loosely.
What are they going to do? Start rummaging through your turd. If they do that and there's no key in there, that's hilarious. That's them wasting their time rummaging through your shit.
It's a get your own back sort of
It is. It's like, well,
I take a photo of the key
the turd
and then just throw the key out the window.
Oh, right.
I'd take a photo of the key and throw it out the window.
Yeah, I'd attach an air tag to it and just toss it.
Toss it. Doesn't matter.
I'll find you later, maybe.
Maybe.
You got to hide it in the house.
Know, it's in the river.
Shit, it's in another trap house.
Yeah.
My bike's in another trap house.
But that would be quite funny if you did that as a double bluff of like, well, oh guys, I left a couple of huge turds in both of those toilets. Like, have you checked them both? Or
do you think they both have a key in?
Because I'll be honest, the first thing I thought was to tuck that key right in those bad boys, and then you just see him like rummaging through. There's nothing in it, boss. Boss, what's going on?
Boss, have you got any more gloves, boss?
There's no more. There's loads of turds in here. This guy's spent 10 minutes dropping like 3 or 4 turds in each of these toilets.
Boss, why'd you have to bring cherry picker?
Well, do I have to go through all of these?
He's eating all the shit.
Boss, he's put his dog's poo in the toilet with his poo.
Yeah. I run out to the nearest dog bin, empty and entirely into the
M&S bag for life.
Yeah. Don't touch me. Come out of all the little bags.
Ross is just
fill the
around
brim.
Local parks with an M&S bag for life.
And interrupt people as they're about to pick them up. Pop in here. Pop in here, son.
$1 billion.
I've
got to go.
I'll pay you $5.
I've got to go.
It's like when you see, like, the bin people emptying the bins, and you're like, I never quite know whether or not to give it directly to them. Like he goes,
or wait for them to finish and then put it in the fresh.
Yeah,
one.
Like I don't know whether they want me to be like, here's my rubbish. It's
not. I feel like I don't want to.
Yeah, they change the bins. They don't service people, right? I'm never sure. It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Where I'd be like, oh, should I go up to the guy with the M&S bag for life collecting people's dog poo?
But I'll be pointing at my bag.
I'll put it in the red.
Yeah. Poo here. I need a few more. I think this will just about fill it to the brim.
And he runs back and just starts dumping out in his bathtub. Just.
But then $1 billion is at stake, so I think that they would rifle through all that shit. But I mean,
the idea that you're yelling at them that you're going to get $1 billion for all this shit that you're collecting in bags is just classic, raving lunatic at the park material.
But maybe you could get all those bags. You don't have to open them. Yeah. You'd hide the key in one of them again, dangle them all along your ceiling. So you walk in there, there's 1,000 of them like dangling from the ceiling. It's in one of these.
You have to brush
it's in one of them
all to get to them. Yeah.
Which one are you going to open? Crack open them all. I'll wait. I'll watch.
All right. So
and then your flat's.
I'm worried about how much you're rubbing your hands at the prospect of watching somebody else rummage through your shit.
Yeah.
Well, if these guys are coming to start fucking me over because whatever it's worth $1 billion,
you're gonna rinse them with your own shit and other dog shit as well.
And then already that is stuck on the bottom of someone else's car with an air tag on it. And later on, I'll find it.
This is like,
even though that's not in the house.
Without the gore, this is quite Jigsaw-esque, isn't it? From
all in 10 minutes as well.
That's
all in 10 minutes.
Collecting the shit again. You'd have to just try your luck at the nearest bin. So yeah.
That's right.
What about totally relevant from dog shit?
Yeah.
You get a mold of the key in soap, right? You make a mold of the key in soap.
Yeah.
and then you put the soap back, and then you melt the key.
Melt.
You just remake
Just
the
take
key.
a photo of the
Melt
key, though.
the key.
Why would you use soap? Just take a photo.
You get rid of the key entirely. They're looking for the key, right?
Yeah.
File it down.
But take a photo of the key,
Yeah.
then get rid of it.
No,
Take
I
a
want a
photo of it.
soap mold.
You could take you could take a photo, mold it, and then just file it down and hand it to him.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
There's your
good luck
fucking
opening
key.
anything with that.
Good fucking luck. It's made
Yeah.
of soap.
But then do they beat the shit out of you? I don't know what's like. They're detectives, supposedly. 10 of them. 10.
They're going to try and beat the shit out of me because they didn't find anything else in the rest of the shit that they've been going
Yeah.
through.
But there's more poo.
Why'd you
Not
have
the
the
more
Did you
rest
check
out.
the other rooms?
so much shit?
I spent,
Beat 'em like-
I spent 10 minutes doing this.
Beat him like a pinata. Just poo. They're like excited every time a bit of poo drops out of you. They root through it excitedly like they're eating candy.
Yes, another one.
Well, anyway.
Oh, it does say you have to retrieve the key within 10 minutes after time is up. So my plan of throwing it somewhere is out the window, really.
Oh,
Ah.
shit.
Or attaching it to someone
So
else's
it's
car.
going to go in the
and then
dog shit.
following that.
It's
going
the
in the
cake
dog
or
shit.
fishing line
Yeah.
idea, isn't it? That's
No,
what it
it's
is.
dog shit
It's
room.
in the room of
The floating dog shit
Yeah.
bags.
What's the
Suspended
worst
by
thing you
wires.
could put that key in that they wouldn't want to go in? Like, shit seems pretty bad, but I think that they still would.
little cups of acid suspended on
Splashable
strings
acid.
from the ceiling.
Water balloons filled with
Yeah.
sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
What if I just have the key in the middle of the room covered in my own jizz?
There it is.
Again, I
There
guess.
I don't think that would stop anyone.
To be honest, yeah, I don't.
They
think
just
it would
send the
stop
apprentice in.
And pee and shit.
anyone. Okay, this guy rigged the place with piss. Oh shit!
Yeah, this happens every time anyone finds a magical key for $1 billion.
Magical
They all
$1 billion
just end
key.
up shitting and coming all over it. And
They
It's
think
just-
it's going to stop us.
It's gross work, but $1 billion is $1 billion.
A billion is a billion.
shit and cum all over another one. Oh, for fuck's sake.
God damn it.
Strangely common behavior. This they just can't work it out. One guy baked it in a cake. We couldn't find it for shit.
They get panicked. They get the tip off. The 10 detectives come. They start coming and shitting. They
He
just
started
start
coming
coming
and
and
shitting.
all the time, every time.
Oh
Anyway,
my God,
uh,
it seems hard to think of where you could hide that someone wouldn't find it.
Do you think so?
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Especially if they have 24 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, melt it down. But then
Melt it
recover it by... I
Can't
already...
stop trying to melt this key down, man. It doesn't fit. This won't work. We need the key.
It might take longer than 10 minutes as well. You need something that's going to get to quite a crazy temperature to melt metal.
You said it doesn't say you have to acquire the key in its original state. I'm just melting into a block.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. The key's,
Still technically was a key.
This is the key.
key's right here, officer. I've just melted it down. It's useless. But then you can't use
Who's
it.
giving you the billion?
There's so many questions. This is... It
Just
spawns more
assume.
Well,
questions.
it turns out the key is like a physical wallet drive.
Oh my
for
God.
Bitcoin.
It's just a
That's-
novel key.
Yeah,
Shit, yeah. All right,
It's
yeah.
like
that works.
Mr. Robot.
It's everyone's cryptocurrency. It's the
Mm.
master key.
The master
Um,
key to everyone's crypto.
Everyone's hashtags or
Yeah.
hash keys or whatever they're called.
This has everyone's hashtags on it.
Wow.
This has everyone's hashtags
hashtag.
ever. Everything is on this hard drive.
Everyone's
So,
hashtags.
you know what people try to get trending?
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. This is all the trending.
This is all the misspelt hashtags, the ones that weren't right. Before you could pay to edit your tweets. It's all on here, man. It's
Holy
all on
shit.
here.
It's the ultimate ledger.
It's the sword of 1,000 truths. Right.
Anyway.
What's the next hypothetical?
Let's have a look.
Now we've put that one to bed.
This one is the following.
the
McDonald's.
third one, yeah.
This is number 3. McDonald's has secretly built a huge army that is positioned near Poland. They somehow have 1 million trained soldiers, which is incredible. Really,
That's
when
a
you think
lot.
about it. And advanced armor and air systems. They invade a powerful country and take it over and declare it under the new name of McDonald's Nation TM. What happens next?
I go and join McDonald's Nation TM.
I'm submitting to
I
it. McDonald's.
defect to McDonald's Nation. They can run a
A
restaurant.
million trained soldiers.
If they can run a country like they run a restaurant, I'm probably in.
I want to know what
Are
their plan
each
is.
kind of company franchised, or are they like, how is that?
Ooh, I mean, do you get
What
like?
the fuck? What I mean,
Why
are they still
Poland?
well fed?
Do you think there'll be different states that have like different like characters from McDonald's as their like colours and stuff?
Ronald.
Like,
Would
yeah.
we have a great
I'm from
franchise?
Ronaldia, the capital.
What at the
Would you have
Hamburg?
franchise wars? So you have like Burger King rise up, or
Yeah.
they'd have to band with
They're about to fight with KFC.
Yeah. The KFCCP.
Oh no! Oh no! I didn't know they were communists.
Comrades, not with a K.
Oh no!
Comrade, come with me.
We chicken.
Lift your filthy, greasy hands from your Kalashnikov.
KFCCP, nice.
Yeah, I'd love this. I love this idea. I love this world.
Where the franchise has become the global powers.
What is their stance, really? I mean, here,
Probably like military.
well, yeah, but like, what are they fighting for?
Control of territory.
It just says that they're near position near Poland.
That's where the cows are.
And so, like, what are we supposed to assume here?
Into Poland, out of Poland.
Is Poland okay with that? Are they just like,
No, they're not.
McDonald's is taking over. Are they taking over Poland?
I think they're taking over Poland.
Are McDonald's the Nazis?
Let's presume that the McDonald's army is not invading Poland. They're staging near Poland to go into Russia. All right? That's probably the most
I'll tell you what,
PC version of this history we could get right now. And I also think that the film or TV series is going to have to be like
made.
Band of Brothers style.
Yeah.
Quite expensive.
Gritty.
Opens with black and white, then marching, and then there's like like the snare and pipe music that but it's to the tune of a Pizza Hut,
I'm loving
Kentucky
it.
Fried Chicken,
It's
and a
not gonna be their
Pizza
own
Hut.
brand one.
That is a conglomerate of franchises.
That's a group of all of them. I'm loving it.
But it's McDonald's, and then they're McDonald's. You know, they're the main hook.
Sure,
like I feel like it would be a
know.
McDonald's circus because
I think it would be Justin Timberlake singing "I'm Loving It."
You think so? You think it'd be like
That's their
modern
song.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
That's it. Every morning they wake up with that. That's like called a prayer.
bugle.
Yeah.
That's the bugle. Yeah.
You hear it over the top. Do you think the M is more prominent than the like
It'll
the
be
Nazi
on
symbol?
banners.
The M
be
would
on
become
patches.
quite the symbol. I mean, it'd be recognisable.
I feel like the M could be changed into an eagle quite easily. You know,
God,
like
it could, yeah.
so
I
you
don't
put
think they
the
need
head.
to. The M itself, I think that could. I mean,
Yeah.
Man,
it's so recognisable.
pretty funny.
Would the outfit be red and yellow?
Yeah,
The military camo?
It would,
I guess so. Yeah,
it'd be red and yellow.
very not camo colours.
Shiny red helmet.
They're really like,
Everyone just
but they're right there. They look like a box
Stripy
of
socks.
fries.
and they've got those canteens. You know those like soldiers' canteens that are like Mel, but they're in the shape of a box of fries.
Yeah.
You know how like
It's just comedy level. Like everything has to be based on the burger franchise.
All the rations.
all the
McDonald's,
rations are just McDonald's value
Carrot
meals.
pack.
What are the weapons like?
It's Starship Troopers, really, isn't it? But they're like
It is.
they're McDonald's. Is how this would go.
I would almost stand beside that sort of army because they're just like, well, I wouldn't stand,
But sure,
they're not there to like do a
they're
genocide.
popular.
I like
And
McDonald's.
I'd like to stick
It's-
with the ones that are popular.
It's for food, ultimately. It's for acquisition of land for food, right?
Sure,
Food,
well, I don't,
Rather than
this doesn't,
McDonald's needs a lot of beef to.
this doesn't state a motive.
I think that the McDonald's army would indeed be looking for farmland to graze more and more cows on, because as the demand for beef goes up, they need more and more
and Russia's like the
cattle
premium.
grazing land. Or Ukraine as well.
You
you
think
know,
they want to
lots
be careful about, it's like removing things from the supply chain.
Yeah, it's a good pun. But yeah, they do want the
I don't get
cows removing.
Hell.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. They wouldn't care. That's the way that they're authoritarian and totalitarian.
Right.
They are just, the beef industry is kind of destroying the planet a little bit. But obviously we love it. We all love a double quarter
love
pounder,
it.
don't we? I love a double quarter pounder, but they just don't give a fuck. They're like, we need to serve our customers. All that matters is, to them, the word citizen is replaced with customer, and everyone's a customer.
Oh,
When you're
shit.
part of the McDonald's nation, you're a customer,
Yeah.
right? Everyone's a good evening, customer.
I'm loving it.
like, yeah, I'm loving it.
Yes, I'm loving it. Is their
I'm loving
slogan.
it.
yeah.
I'm loving it. Much, yeah, that would be quite funny.
And you have regional managers, and it would be like the chain
just
of
McDonald's is a
command would be
dictatorial.
Just their jobs.
just regional manager.
We've got a regional manager coming in. Good God. Oh, but group
Are they
of
just instead of like setting up barracks and stuff, they're just setting up franchises
Yeah.
and restaurants, just taking over buildings and just turning them into McDonald's.
We've got a FOM, Forward Operating McDonald's,
Oh, yeah.
on the front lines.
We've set up 3 McDonald's on this street alone. Should we start moving on? Yeah, start spreading them out. Come on, this is too
Well,
concentrated.
refreshing and revitalising customers just 3 miles from the front line.
Jesus Christ.
We've got mobile McDonald's deployment systems. There's ice cream
machines
trucks.
down.
Damn, the
God, they keep taking out ice cream
the
chains
milkshake machine's gone down on the
every time.
the eastern front.
Cut the McFlurries from the menu.
We'll have to wait until winter comes before the McFlurry machines can be put back on.
Good God, those men are in the trenches right now without their McFlurries.
So their
and
overall
milkshakes.
agenda is to increase the amount of McDonald's there are in the world, because there's not enough, clearly.
Yeah, really.
And also just increase workflow and get more
dominate the
land
planet with their
to dominate
structure.
further.
In a way, they kind of already have. The funny thing is like we're talking about this, but
Yeah,
like
they have.
that's exactly how this has worked.
They
but-
want eating McDonald's to come into law, where you have to
Yeah.
Shit.
buy and consume McDonald's.
McVote.
McVote.
The McVote.
McVote or get
Yeah.
McNuked.
Everything has just got
Just threats.
Muck.
They've got their own
everything of it.
nukes.
Oh shit! It's a Muck tank.
Fuck, we got the elections coming up.
Finish your Big
Why
Mac.
do we even McVote? It's always Ronald McDonald.
Finish your Big Mac. Let's
no
go.
point in
let's go
McVoting.
McVote.
This is funny.
And it will be inside of McDonald's franchise.
I've been McShot. Fuck's sakes.
Oh god.
Yeah, you just put Muck in front of everything.
We Muck remember them.
Yes.
Those fallen Muck soldiers.
And that's Ronald McDonald fires a gun into the air and lowers you into the grave.
He loved it.
He was loving it. He was loving it.
And as the thing goes down to the grave, it's just a deep fat fryer. the sound of just
You hear
hissing
it
and bubbling.
We deep fat fry the
When we
soldiers.
commit their body to the fryer.
Oh my
Fucking hell.
Maybe if the weapons could be using that oil as well. If they can come against any resistance.
Yeah. Use
Oh,
the day old chips. They're just like sort of needlers.
The oil
They're
vats.
so hard and painful.
Use all the bags of carrots nobody's eating.
Total tangent, but the
Yeah.
idea of oil got me thinking about a water gun that I saw recently on TikTok,
Oh yeah.
made by Xiaomi,
Oh yeah.
that do the scooters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've made a super advanced water gun that's like two-handed,
Yeah.
and it's got a light on the side with an LED which shows it, like you put it in the
Right.
water and it fills up.
Cool.
Hear a pump siphon it up and it goes like whoop 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 whoop.
Very
It's got
cool.
an ammo count on the top.
Holy
and you
shit.
can change modes into like shotgun, blast fire, and it shows your remaining amount.
This sounds incredible.
I want that.
It sounds amazing.
80 quid, let's get 3.
How have they,
Okay.
how have they moved from the
Sorry, is
scooter
that
business
cheap?
to like?
I'm surprised it's cheap.
Was it scooters they were doing before?
Yeah, well they do like crazy
Yeah.
tech, don't they? So
Yeah, they're just
Wow.
making like advanced electronic toys.
I want that.
Yeah, pretty crazy. The,
Yeah, assault guns at the
Xiaomi
same time.
water
It's
pistol.
called like Miji or something like that.
Xiaomi. I'm going to end up learning Chinese at this point.
At some point we may have to.
Yeah, right.
Mijia
Pulse?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Just not yet.
Maybe play some of the sounds for our podcast.
Wow, this
listeners.
looks so cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
It looks like Dyson made a water pistol.
Yeah.
Or
It's like
it reminds me of a gun from like Destiny or something. Look at this thing.
you should see it in action.
It's hard to describe what that. It looks. It's just a big like kind of white can.
That whole side bit is an LED. They're like,
There you go, Xiaomi.
yeah.
What does it say?
80 quid. They're $249.
Mijia Pulse water gun.
Oh fuck.
$250.
I mean, I'm not surprised they're that expensive because when you were describing it, because even like regular super soakers are like
Yeah.
not cheap.
What kid is using this?
A badass
parent
kid,
is
a
spending
cool fucking
$250?
kid, rolling around on your scooter.
Cool,
Imagine
yeah.
being on one of those those air hoverboards with
Yeah.
this water pistol. It's like
Yeah, whenever
Dope.
all these other kids got their fucking basic branded
pumping.
super soakers, they're pumping
Yeah.
away, and you got fucking
We don't have to pump in that one.
the kid who lives in the mansion at the end of the road.
Yeah.
He's got his
Just sniping
crazy
kids.
tech gun. It's like
Ross.
you're not playing against that guy.
I was that guy.
Yeah, no one's playing against you.
I had
Like, fuck that
the
guy. We'll have pies
CPS
without that guy.
1000. It fired over a pint a second of water. It would knock kids over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
A pint.
I think
a
it's a
second. That
CPS
sounds like a lot.
1000 constant pressure system from Super Soaker.
Right.
It was massive, and it would like take.
Yeah, but did it cost $250?
Yeah, it did cost a lot of money.
Oh.
It was at least 100 quid at the time.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
I
I just had
serious
balloons.
about your water.
Just had
no,
water
I didn't
balloons.
pay for it. Obviously, like Dad was working in London, feeling very guilty. Like PlayStations, water pistols. I was loving it. Da, 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 da. And
Plowing people with his water pistol.
not me. I would use it in anger against other children.
Of course,
And
yeah.
it would be funny because we were all children and they had no mass, and so they'd get too close and I'd blind them accidentally with that.
Sounds like you could.
The
with a
stream
very
was like an inch thick.
Yeah.
The water coming out of this thing. So it does feel good.
concentrated jet stream.
Yeah.
You could start just like carving your name into their back.
Yeah.
It's
If they resisted, if they didn't yield, that's what I do. I'd kick them over, roll them onto their front. As they're there, like
they've just got an
lying
A scrawled into their stomach.
But I was pretty
like a power sprayer. Just like,
But my handwriting was terrible even then, so it sort of came across.
I think a power sprayer would be pretty brutal as a water gun.
Yeah.
Just get a power washer out. Jesus. Fucking hell.
What's that noise? He's got the power. He's got power weapons.
He brought a power washer to a water pistol fight.
And it's just 35-year-old man fighting little kids with a power washer. Get away from the car, kids! Don't you dare throw those rocks.
There's a way to
Have you heard stories of people washing cars with rocks? It's quite funny, isn't it?
What? With rocks?
Why with rocks?
Just kids role playing and then just like, I washed your car, Dad.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, did you? Oh, that's amazing. What did you do? What? Oh, he washed them with a pile of rocks he found on the side.
That is grim.
Which has happened.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody down my road that happened to. It's quite funny until like it's just kind of like, well, yeah, your car is pretty fucked now.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to spend a lot of money fixing it.
Owning a car now, you're like, oh shit, that would really suck. Yeah.
New paint job.
Yeah.
That's
Horrific.
fucked.
So expensive. So
I
expensive.
think you can't really like. What do you do? Just like the kids, you know.
Exactly.
Can you just beat
There's
them so
nothing to
much?
claim on.
He just brought a picture out of the gun firing.
That's it,
Literally
pumping.
Wow, it's got like it's got like an LED light that's like charging as it collects water. You can hear it kind of.
For some reason, they got Sweet Dreams in the background. Which shouldn't...
I mean, you can't barely hear it, but it's just like jetting pulsed water.
Yeah, it's firing, and he's showing the ammo count on top.
Yeah, you can't convince me that's not some sort of weird
And he's
sex toy
changing
as
the
well.
mode.
They are blasting that
See
into each
that?
other's asses. That is a.
It like charges up.
How much water do you think that's firing at one go?
That's so cool.
I know. I know.
That's quite a lot of water. I'd like to see the range.
It doesn't
fuck's
look
sake.
that far.
No.
Like he was shooting it down into the river.
Yeah.
I would just install that next to my toilet on a loaded system and just press a button and just give me a little
That's a
B-day.
Just sit on it.
a gun B-day.
God, it's really good at cleaning my ass.
I'm
And then you start to get a brown nose trickle.
Wait a second.
It's gone so far up.
Oh,
The power.
Wait, the key. The key came out my nose.
That's where I hid it. Fuck, I forgot.
All right, nice. Fucking A. We nailed it.
We nailed something. This last one seems quite. It's a kind of a yes or no almost.
All right, go on then.
It says you get £10 million tax free, but you're biologically aged 10 years. Do you take that deal?
no.
So basically, they're buying 10 years of your life for £10 million
So we'd be
tax free, which is
44,
a lot of money
45.
that, let's be honest, it's going to be hard to earn depending on your profession. You're not earning 10 million in 10 years.
I'm not going to be able to earn 10 million.
If I was
10 years.
15, I would take that deal. I'm 35.
But now, yeah.
The next 10 years are like the last good 10 years of your life in terms of like
Health.
health, reliability. Like, I mean,
Not with 10 million.
So
like you
you're
can still
valuing
say
that 10 million, yeah.
you can still say fit into your 60s. You can, but for us, the easy times, we've still got 10 years of them.
To be fair, it says you've aged 10 years. You aren't 10 years older. But is that as worse, do you think?
You got
so
10,
you're still 34,
you've got the body of a 45,
Yeah,
44 year old.
aged 10 years.
But like, what are those 10 years? Are those 10 years of like good
Looking
eating
after
and
yourself,
looking after
exactly.
yourself?
That's true. That's true.
Or
Because it
bad.
can make a big difference.
Yeah. It's
I'd
a lot
like
of
some
money.
stipulations first.
Yeah,
I
don't think
instinctually,
I
I'd
don't
say
think
no.
you should wish away
No.
otherwise just, I mean, what's
Exactly.
money really worth if you're going to die really quickly?
Yeah. That's
Well, it
how I-
depends. It really depends on your
40.
current situation as well. Because like, if
Yeah.
you are penniless, you're like, well, yeah, I'm going to take that because like I'm not going to.
45 is not old either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
How much time do I have to answer the question? It's the real thing. Like,
You're guaranteed 10 years that you instantly lose, sure. But like, holy fuck, I made it to 45.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
I
then you
guess
get 10
don't
million on
need
top of that as a reward.
Yeah.
That's how you got to see it.
Because you're not going to earn that in that time.
Definitely not.
Realistically.
Yeah. It's more
Unless
about
you
like,
have a windfall.
There's
or
one of those people
something.
who like, I could be a billionaire one day. That's why I
You
support.
could J.K.
they don't
Rowling it
have
and
to pay
start a new
taxes.
novel at the age of 31 or whatever it was. She did it.
So you know what?
Yeah.
Stop this. You know
What
what?
a hero.
Motivation.
You know what's interesting about this, right? This inadvertently makes you establish a price for which you pay for life, for time, right? Because if you wouldn't take 10 million for 10 years, and the reason I wouldn't is not because I think I can make 10 million in 10 years, you're right, probably won't. But what I think is, would I pay 10 million for 10 years? You know, as in, yeah, probably. You know, as in like
extra, yeah. Oh yeah, like you see that
like,
guy, that billionaire who's like trying to fucking do loads of research and stuff, and making himself
His
younger. But
he looks like Carrot Top.
He looks like Carrot Top, and he's kind of like, he's probably spending too much time
He's
worrying about
clearly
that than
got
actually
some
spending
sort of-
quality time with his family and stuff.
Yeah,
He's just
exactly.
too busy trying to fucking alter his body. But like,
anything taken to an extreme,
But, like,
is generally bad. I
he
think.
has extreme wealth to kind of experiment with that shit. But then you could say that you could stay at the bottom of the ocean in that submarine with that dude. You go, okay, well, if I pierce this whole thing's going to collapse, or you could give me $1 billion. He would give you his money, all of his money, to go back to the surface and continue his life, even though he's like in his late 50s, whatever. He would pay all of his money, so it is worth more than money isn't all that supposedly, really.
I don't know.
But then again, it really depends on your situation, doesn't it? Because like
he gets to go.
Like
back
someone
to being
says
a
they're
millionaire.
25 and they would take that deal, and it's like, well, yeah, maybe, yeah. So then
I think if I was
35 and
younger,
10 million,
I might.
sure.
Because you can make a bigger difference. Like, if I was, because genetically, obviously, losing 10 years is what it's saying. It's like you're losing 10 years of health. Going from 15 to 25, you still get to experience the life of a 15 to 25-year-old, which is really fun, right? And you're still young enough that even losing 10 years of health is not going to make a huge difference.
Can catch up to you in 5 years.
Yeah. But when having the money that early gives you, I think, a greater advantage than it would
you
like
get a
now.
nutritionist, dietitian. You get
also
gym.
just the stresses of life, like the ambient stresses of life, the things that happen to people,
money issues.
It takes a toll. It all takes a toll. Like, there's a huge holistic stress on everybody depending on their lifestyle and whether or not their lifestyle fits with who they are. And I think when you have a lot of money early on, you can work that out, create a lifestyle that's really nice for you, and live a long and hopefully healthy life. But no, 10 million isn't enough for 10 years, I don't think. But what's scary is it sets that price, and so in the future, one day when we can buy more years on our life, probably, I imagine that's perhaps
like the Justin Timberlake movie.
Yeah,
or is it
like,
is he running out of time?
Well, they've got like a little some sort of biological electrical thing in their wrists that tells them how much time they have left.
Yeah,
there was a guy with like fucking 1,000 years or something, and he's just like handing it out like it's nothing.
Yeah,
odd concept, but interesting.
Would you gift someone, if you had the ability to give years, would you gift people years for birthdays?
I think maybe that'd be kind of an interesting one. Just have another year. It depends on how many years you have, right?
Also, you all have finite amount you're swapping around. It would be a weird world, like, because
you have to give up a year to gift.
Yeah, but it's an interesting concept, because if you had 1,000 years, you're like, well, 1,000 years, do you really want to live 1,000 years? And also, this guy in the film, I think, was accruing it like regularly anyway. So it's like,
and also weirdly, you can get these years really cheap from like overseas,
right?
And you can buy them on like the black market, because they're taking lives off of underage workers.
Well, this is it. It would make. I mean,
would you gift that to someone for their birthday?
It's basically about blood money.
Well, organs.
Blood diamonds.
Illegal
it's like, would you hand over a blood diamond?
Illegal organ farms exist.
No. Yeah.
Grim shit exists in the world. But yeah, I think.
Well, in the film they stop aging at 25, and that's it, right? So everyone's 25.
Oh, was it?
But then, what if you meet like a 100-year-old, 25-year-old? That would be weird.
It's cool. I love the idea of living a very, very long time.
Yeah, but that would be strange. What if they were just 25 and then you were 100 and they were still 25?
Yeah, you'd live a completely different existence.
It's just be fucking strange.
Yeah.
Like,
it would be very.
Yeah, no, I've been through all the wars. So have you? Fucking hell.
I would love it. I would. Yeah. There's so many things that obviously a lot of us will never get to see. But I would love to see what happens with like transhuman, metahuman kind of stuff. Like in terms of
an amorphous blob.
You want to be an amorphous blob.
Fit into anything.
Yeah. You just want to fit in a thing. You just want to be a fluid. Yeah. I just want to get into this little tight spot.
Nice.
Yeah. Human octopus. I'm going to slide into boxes and just
slide in here.
As long as my beak fits, I'm going into it.
Do you want me to dust your surfaces? I'll just roll along all your surfaces, picking up all this dust.
Floppy. I misweighted myself and now I flopped off the top of your work counter.
Nice. Mind if I squeeze myself off in your sink? I'm squeezing myself off.
This was his choice.
He wanted to be this. He wanted to be an amorphous blob that could squeeze into tight
But I have
spaces.
a mouth that I speak to you with.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Just a mouth.
Yeah.
I just love squeezing
weird.
into things, man.
Yeah. That's a strange existence.
Very strange.
So I wonder where
that's
that
where
goes.
I want technology
Very
to go.
strange.
That's where I want it to go. I want to be an amorphous
Filled
blob.
with apathy. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's just an amorphous blob.
Fucking just
Sure.
roll
One time
around
he actually
trying
went
to
down a
fit
drain and
into
couldn't
things.
figure his way back up. He's just in
I
the drain
spent 60
somewhere.
years in a drain because I couldn't get out, but I don't die.
Yeah, I was
I'm a
alive.
blob.
I lived through that.
I got way too attached to a fatberg. Hey, baby. Ooh, you really clogging this pipe.
We really connect.
Oh, let's clog this pipe together.
Oh man, I'm clogging the shit.
Unless you become like
yeah.
a pleasure amorphous blob.
Yeah, I
And you're
think
there
you
just
would.
kind of like just slithering around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, God, yeah, let's get that. Let's invite the amorphous blob again.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can feel
That was
everything.
pretty weird and fucking
That guy
funky.
was fucking strange party guest, but he made me feel so relaxed.
Yeah.
All
New
of my,
category
like-
on Pornhub.
Yeah. all of my
Amorphous blob
senses
porn.
are movable as well.
Yeah.
Like I can put ears and eyes wherever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Would
You
you
can
be?
like taste and see and smell everything you touch.
I'm going to taste over here and I'm going to sausage roll myself out and look over there.
Yeah.
What would you be considered? You wouldn't be a human anymore, right?
Like
What
Smith
would you be?
says, I'd be beyond.
Metahuman, transhuman. Yeah. Like the idea that like, you could ascend to different states of like, one day we can upload consciousness to computers, blah, blah, blah. That would be a
Put me in a blob.
fucking genetic engineering, that would be a type. I don't know, like multiple people living within the same body could be an idea. Just wacky shit, play enough Stellaris and Cyberpunk and you
Yeah.
think of all this stuff.
Got some crazy ideas. I think the first step is to get that consciousness out of the regular body
Yeah.
and then into a new one. That's the first step,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, like,
I do think that
so that's what you want to do when you put it into a new. So would that be like a form of bestiality if you did become a pleasure blob? Because you're an animal.
If people keep asking me to
Of
go
sorts.
into an animal.
bestiality.
Well,
I think by
you'd be
that
like a
point we probably
creature.
would have redefined what bestiality is. Especially since we're going to have to
I guess
remake a lot
if he
of
can actually
animals.
talk and consent, then that's a different situation.
Yeah, he can talk and consent.
Otherwise, I'm just fucking his blob face.
Something tells me that there'll be a lot of like civil rights changes based on like this kind of shit. Like if you can turn yourself into an amorphous blob.
So if a dog suddenly started talking, you'd be like, now we can fuck it.
Yeah, well,
Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, as long as you make it
You
citizen.
can at least have a
Yeah.
conversation.
Or a customer. A muck.
What about his education level? I don't.
Fuck dog.
Fuck dog.
He's fine. He's consented.
Certified by the McDonald's Army.
This everything's ran by the army.
They're all
which is
fucking McFuck
weird.
dogs.
We're loving it.
Sounds like a weird rumor from the east, but no, they are fucking McFuck
McFuck
dogs, and they
dogs.
talk and they consent apparently.
They do. They found a load of really kinky collies.
And
that
some
they
and
cut-
people wanted to fuck
Kinky
them.
collies.
And the fact that people wanted to fuck them in the first place also raises an eyebrow.
Well,
Yeah.
it's lonely on the front. When all
sure. What are those pack of dogs doing? Can they talk?
there's only so many times. you
Hello. He's a guy who gives him a voice.
Yes. It's a
Misleads
kinky
the
collie.
entire McDonald's
It's
army.
a kinky collie division. They're comfort collies.
Comfort
The entire
collies.
company got convinced that they were talking dogs, and we just ended up fucking dogs, thinking that.
Well, we had to spin it. I mean, there's only so long you can fuck a hot apple pie before, just like...
Is that what they're doing? I assume they'd just start fucking
Why do
each
you think
other.
they're that shape? Have you seen the box they come in? They're definitely meant for fucking.
They're so fucking. Oh, I'm assuming they wait a little bit because they will burn your lips.
Yeah.
Like just a moment.
We could go for the rap of the day.
You could go with the rap of the day. Yeah.
That's if you want to mix
Spicy
it up.
salsa.
What's the rap of the day today? It's a particularly sexy collie dog. Perfect, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
brilliant,
yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
I'd live in this dystopic future.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
But
But you,
McDonald's army would fuck each other.
They
Yeah.
would McFuck each other for sure.
McFriendly Fire.
KFCCP wouldn't have any of that, though.
The KFCCP is one chicken wing moving together. They extend their wing. They
Yeah, from above it looks like a meal. The M shape is part of their
They must
formation.
be an air force.
It's like
They've been Air Force,
it's all
yeah.
planned out like a tray.
bright red and yellow planes.
Yeah.
The KFC Air Force, man. Like, and they've all got
Their divisions are actually buckets.
McDonald's shaped sub.
yeah.
A McDonald's based submarine. Or it could just be a submarine
It
roll.
could be a sub
Yeah,
roll. That's the
sub-
Subway.
Yeah.
That's Subway.
We spent a lot of money trying to get the technology to have the kind of the ridges and the flaps. It doesn't really make sense for submarines, but
Makes none.
yeah. There you go.
KFCCP. Streetwise.
All right, well, that is the end of our hat chat. I think we fully discussed at length
Yes.
the hypotheticals. If you would like to take part and support us in a way, then thank you very much for considering becoming a Patreon
Indeed.
on patreon.com/hatfilms, or a YouTube member, or a Twitch sub, whatever you fancy, really, whatever your platform of choice is. It all helps us. And you can all meet up on our Discord, discord.gg/hatfilms, and if you connect your Discord account to your platform of choice, you can access our subscriber channels and see our uploads that we put on YouTube members, as well as these polls for Hat Chat. And thank you very much again to Jacob D for Fingal You can also send your fingals to our hatchat@hat-films.com. We accept all kinds of fingals that will play at the start and end of our podcast. And you can also send us some hypotheticals as well. Can you beat the McDonald's one?
That's pretty good.
That's a good one to beat.
I'm just laughing about the I'm loving it. We're loving it. Comfort dog call. We're consenting.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Megan. Megan.